Hi there, I'm here to talk about your gut health, your immune system, and how stress impacts those things in your life. Everybody's got stress, big or small, now and again. Oftentimes, what happens is, though, we have this chronic level of stress. We might have an acute thing that happens to us, but because of worry and anxiety and things like that, ruminating thoughts, it becomes chronic stress and we are in a constant state of fight or flight. What does that do to our bodies? Not only does that change our mood, it changes us neurologically and neurochemically in our bodies. We start to produce more cortisol over time, and our body's thinking we're constantly in some type of terrible situation. That gives us adrenal fatigue, which is that adrenal glands are sitting right on top of our kidneys and it's pumping out all that stuff. So we have to stay like this all the time. Well, what happens when that happens is our guts can't be productive in what they need to do. Our microbiome, our good bacteria, becomes affected. When that becomes affected and unbalanced, we start to get sick. So not only do we now have a decreased immune system, we're getting colds constantly, whatever's going around. Why do I have allergies all of a sudden? It's because our immune system is being suppressed from all those chemical hormones and we're not regulating it and we're not trying to reverse it with anything other than more stress, right? Narcotizing ourselves maybe with social media, which also keeps us in that fight or flight response. It's like an addictive pattern that we have. That's for another time. But our guts, when we start to have that poor microbiome, what happens is it can lead to leaky gut, poor digestion, an anxious nervous stomach, and diarrhea or constipation. Things aren't flowing the way they need to. We can't absorb nutrients the way we need to. Those good bacteria are so good for us that we need to make sure that they're okay. That's a community in our body that we need to regulate and get back to normal so we can feel better. Everything happens in our gut. There's that brain and gut axis. When we're stressed here, it goes right down here and it affects the serotonin, it affects melatonin. Yes, we have melatonin receptors in our gut. I didn't know that. But melatonin helps us regulate the sleep patterns. So when you're stressed, everything is off. Our sleep, our mood, our guts, our immune system, all of it is affected by stress. What can we do to mitigate that? Well, you can look at things in a couple different ways. If our gut's off and you've gotten yourself into a cycle of you have IBS or IBD or just a nervous stomach that just isn't doing well, you're not digesting well, and you know that that's wrong and something's up there, you can start taking some proper supplementations and vitamins to help that on a chemical level inside your body. What are those good supplements that you can have? You can take vitamin D, vitamin K2, vitamin D's from a pill or in the sun. We never see this in the Great Lakes area. Get out there while you can. Omega-3 fatty acids really help the mucosa lining of your gut. Then the colostrum and the probiotics go hand in hand. The colostrum coats the gut and the probiotics are in there and it sticks to that colostrum to help reverse those horrible effects that the microbiome needs. It helps to replenish our guts with that good bacteria that we need in our body. Vitamin C for our immune systems. Quercetin is a natural anti-inflammatory. And bromelain, you can take those in pill form, or you can eat things like papaya or pineapple. Those things are natural anti-inflammatories. Curcumin, which is also known as turmeric, take that as well. Cinnamon. All those things are natural anti-inflammatories that you can help at the same time trying to replenish your gut and get away from that inflammatory response. So that's on the chemical level in our guts. How do we fix the brain gut problem, right? We have stress. Mitigate stress by starting to do things like meditation. What brings you inner peace that you can calm your nervous system down? That vagus nerve response that keeps you in that heightened alert state. Start to do stuff that just regulates your nervous system and decreases those sensory responses in your body. Journaling, prayer, things that bring you inner peace. Number 2, exercise. Exercise helps to burn off and alleviate stress by moving your body around. You've got all this pent up energy. It really does relax us because when those endorphins, those feel-good hormones are coming into our body, that shuts that cortisol down. It can have a rebound effect if you're doing too much hard working out, but that's another time. So moving your body in a way that you find enjoyable, plus you enjoy it, that's making you happy. We need those happy hormones in our body, the serotonin and those melatonin. What else can you do for stress? Listening to music that's uplifting. Being around people that are uplifting, that make you laugh. Watching funny things on TV. Things that are just making you feel more positive than negative. Think you become your environment. When you're around your environment that's negative, and it's stressful, that's what you're becoming. Sometimes you have to stay in those situations because that's your work or that's your family right now, or it's what it is in those moments, but you've got to find a way to balance that out and try to implement more strategies during those times in your life so you can feel better overall. This is really about improving your overall health and wellness. So get yourself out there and get that vitamin D, get moving, mitigate that stress to fix your gut and your immune system. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.